Hi, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Here I'm gonna answer some Booktube newbie questions. Why did you start this channel? I started this channel because I want to tell people about books that I enjoyed and books that I enjoyed not as much, and also talk about books that have inspired me, and also just to add to the community of voices here on Booktube. What are some unique things you can bring to Booktube? I studied literature at uni and later creative writing, so I think I'm very good at informing people who studied science and other subjects what would be good for them to read to develop on their knowledge. People who have studied any subject can become novelists. So I don't mean to boast in any way by saying that I studied literature. What are you most excited about for this channel? I'm keen on talking about stories and novels that have been adapted into TV productions and radio productions. The progress of works from the page to mass media has always interested me. And also I think that producers need to make sure that they respect writers when they produce radio productions or TV productions or films. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? I'd ask them if they also go to a book club as well as making videos. I'd ask them how much they enjoy the process of making and then editing those videos. I'd finally ask them how long they envisage doing this for, or if they think they will ever retire from making Booktube videos. Why do you love reading? I like reading because it provides a form of escape from the trials and tribulations of everyday life. Just watching the news can be stressful, but a book turns your focus elsewhere. I like reading because it can take you to a different time in history. It can interest you in another culture or other countries and just broaden your horizons. I think being a writer is a gift that writers have, and it's important for them to share that gift with the world through plays and novels and poetry and so forth. When did you start reading? I guess I started reading at the age of about 4, but I'm not sure exactly. When I was young, I enjoyed the works of Hans Christian Andersen and also Roald Dahl. Even today I find Hans Christian Andersen's works to be very inspiring. Where do you read? I read everywhere, really, but mainly on the couch. I also enjoy audiobooks. I find them useful when trying to get through huge books. What kind of books do you like? I like fiction, memoirs, and loads of books, really. And like everyone, my interests vary from year to year. In terms of fiction, I particularly like science fiction and detective fiction and gothic fiction. But I've got time for every genre. I also like westerns. I find it really interesting to look back through American history and think of how the Europeans came to dominate the continent. And I also have a really keen interest in Japanese literature. They have such a unique perspective on the world, and I like to contrast that with the Western perspective.